All right, welcome to the relationship show. This guy writes this post. Men, how does it feel to be chased and pursued by women? I'm not pretty. In fact, I'm pretty average looking, but I've never been really pursued or chased by a woman. That being said, I do look at guys. I'm not into them, but I can appreciate good looking and well built man. That being said, it must be a dream to be an attractive dude and have a woman fall head over heels for you. So, what does it feel like to be pursued and chased by a woman? Okay, so in regards to looks, looks aren't as important to women. That being said, they are important, but it's just going to really get you in the door. So it's like, for instance, her attraction level might be higher from the start with a more attractive guy versus like just an average looking guy. But if that good looking guy doesn't act in like a masculine way or in ways that raise her attraction, well, his attraction is going to drop. And it's like, how often do you see like a guy that's not very attractive in the looks department, but he has a beautiful girlfriend? It's like, you'll see that quite a bit. And what he can do is like you really just have to bypass that level that's just good enough, basically. And if you can bypass that level and then act in ways that build her attraction, so giving her that space, not being needy, not chasing her, understanding her, listening to when she talks about her problems, being fun, leading the date, leading the relationship, um, making her feel appreciated when she tries to get your attention, being there exclusively with her in all your presence with her. It's like doing these things, making her feel safe, passing her tests. So if a guy like this with just average attraction, what will happen to the woman's attraction towards him if he acts in this way is it will eventually just raise and raise and raise and raise. But on the other hand, if a very attractive guy comes in the picture and he starts out much higher, and he probably will get chased initially, like what this guy's talking about, and women will chase him, which gives him a huge advantage because he's not the one chasing them. It's like when you get caught up in the trap of chasing women, it almost puts you in more of like your feminine energy. So this, even though that is an advantage, a lot of the guys will use their looks as like a crutch, and they won't spend the time to learn about like attraction skills and how to really act and lead and act like more of a masculine person or masculine man, and allowing the woman essentially to be in her feminine energy. So even though that guy can start up here, if he makes mistakes, his attraction drops. And usually looks will only get you really about 2 dates. And so if you keep messing up on the dates, it's like you really only got 2 shots if you're good looking. So from your perspective, it's like you're not thinking that you're good looking enough. You think that you're just average and women aren't going to chase you. And you're a little bit like self gloating, that, or whatever, self degrading, if you will, that women will never chase you. But really, all you have to do is just break that initial like barrier, if you will, of good enough or good looking enough. And then you start working on yourself and you start acting more like a man and in ways that raise her attraction. And, you can be one of those guys who's, people like double take because they look how beautiful your woman is. And then they look at you and it's like, you don't meet her standards as far as looks. But what is that? That's really just a compliment to you as a person and you putting in the work and your skills and your intelligence, all towards relationships. And so don't give up hope for sure, because you have a bigger advantage, um, as far as, well, it's as far as like the men and women dynamic. It's like men are more visual, and so looks mean more, whereas women often fall in love with their ears over their eyes.